Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel. Today, diving right into it, we'll be talking about everything you need to know when it comes to being a new agent.
When you guys are diving into the path of getting your real estate license, or maybe you've already have your real estate license and you're like, hey, what are the next steps? What do I need to do? In this video, we're gonna break down step by step, really what are the top 10 things that you need to be doing right out of the gate as a new agent to not only learn how to be a professional in your craft, but learn how to build your brand and your business as well. What's up guys, I'm Eli Schmidt. This is my business partner, Will Grimes, and together we run the Legit Agents Network here at eXp, where we train hundreds of agents on how to explode their business through building a personal brand using modern marketing techniques and video.
From the ground up, regardless of where you guys are at, we're in it to help you guys out. So whether it's being a basic agent and understanding what you should be doing locally, or expanding on different social media platforms and scaling across the country. So whether it's having over 150,000 followers on Instagram or making over $2 million in GCI just from one YouTube channel alone, whatever it takes, whatever it is, we teach it, we go through it. But today, super fun. We're gonna be diving into just some basic fundamentals on if you're a new agent, what does that look like? And there's a lot you could be doing. So really like, hey, what do you need to prioritize? Because a lot of this is gonna give you some feedback on where your skill set is, what you're great at, what you need some work on, and if this is really for you or not. And I'd venture to say that it probably is. We've just gotta get you in the right direction on the right tasks.
So starting off with the very, very basics, let's assume you are not licensed yet, but you're interested in real estate. One of the very first things that you need to do is stay prioritized on just getting the license done. That's gonna mean diving into Google to start off, look at some either local real estate schools that are going to be in person or some that are online. I know Will and I, we both did one that was online, but they utilized video. So we went through and we watched the video modules that they had. You take the little test that they have afterwards. And essentially for me personally, Will, I don't know if you were the same, but my sole purpose was to get through the videos as soon as possible so I could start taking the practice exams and then go and take the national exam.
Right, and this is also a great lesson for you guys to just really focus on something and prioritize, because as we get to different skill sets and tools for going into real estate, regardless of what level you're at, it's always about hyper-focusing and going a mile deep in a task, on a platform, or whatever that is. So you're gonna have some distractions as far as like wanting to go on some showings or go to a closing or help someone with marketing, and you're helping everybody else building what they're building for themselves. There's not much you can do to benefit yourself without having license. Once you're licensed, going on some showings and some different things, can be beneficial, but it can also be a distraction prior to licensing because you don't want to sit down and focus and do the work. So I promise you, the sooner you get that done, the better. All right, guys, moving into it, point number 2, especially nowadays, you're gonna wanna be on social media. You're gonna wanna let everybody know that you're in real estate, right? Which is awesome. And there is some clout out there as far as what you should be doing, but I promise you this, document what you're doing, right? Don't underestimate the power behind just being a professional and learning your craft and where honesty starts. So instead of you wearing your suit, if you like suits, wear suits, but bear with me. Instead of you wearing the suit and looking the part and giving all this advice and speaking about all this stuff, everyone knows you're new. You're not fooling anyone, right? And folks that are veterans, like they can see the cracks in your game. The best thing you can do, what I feel is what I did, it's getting on, but week by week, as we explain content, how to do content, but for the sake of this video, understanding that week by week as you're doing content, documenting what you're learning, documenting the different phases of a transaction that you're going through with clients or that you're doing to learn how to market homes properly. You're showing people you're out there, you're showing people you're committed, you're showing people you're honest with the phase that you're in, and you, believe it or not, more people will be excited to work with you because they're getting the opportunity to know, like, and most importantly, trust you, because you're not trying to pretend to be someone that you're not or further down the road than you are. They appreciate your honesty. They're actually excited to work with you to throw you some business. But you've got to get really good with documenting your story and understanding where you're at in this phase and just not being afraid of it.
Point number 3 here, guys, that is going to be establishing your business as a business. Now, as a new real estate agent, one of the things that I think a lot of people are that's just a surprise to them once they get in the market is, oh man, like, I'm not an employee. I don't have a boss telling me exactly what to do. No one's telling me I need to be anywhere at a certain time. And they feel kind of lost because they don't necessarily get this whole step-by-step playbook. You need to establish that for yourself. So that's gonna start off with setting up your Google Calendar or whatever calendar you're going to follow. Start time blocking everything you need to do and treat it as a work schedule. Before you got into real estate, if you had a normal 9-to-5 job or just a W-2 job somewhere, they probably told you what days you were working, right? And you knew not to plan anything else for those days. I would encourage you guys that even though you're entrepreneurs now, you own a business, you need to treat it like it. So that means one of the first things you need to go in time block is some of the classes that you should be attending, because in the beginning phases, guys, as much education as you can get is going to help you, in addition to doing some of the more hands-on things that Will talked about, like going and showings and closings and stuff.
And guys, the bottom line is you are helping people with the most expensive sell or buy year-to-date of their life, right? So take this serious. Be a professional. The more education you have, the better you can speak to everybody. Don't be in a hurry to just go meeting everybody and trying to get a deal out of it. Like, I got to get 5 deals in my first month. Focus on being a professional, doing some of the things that he's talking about, and hey, just self-initiated tasks, doing the right things. What are those right things? We're gonna cover them along this channel as well. We'll go in more in depth with what that is as well. But to give you guys a little bit of some concept here is picking 1 thing to 2 things in your business, and then 1 to 2 things on your business that you can be working on. In your business is helping clients, continued education, all of that stuff. That's like in the craft, in the business. On the business is where your client attraction comes from. How can I market myself? What could I be out there doing on the weekends, whatever it may be, to acquire more clients? Who could I be networking with? What events can I go to? That's more on your business. But if you're picking 1 to 2 things and then you're putting those self-initiated tasks into your calendar and tracking where you're having some improvement, have them. And put your personal stuff in there. If you gotta go on a date night with your husband or your wife, put it on your calendar. If you like working out, put it on your calendar, commit to it, find where it works best. But I promise you, you're only gonna get busier from here. So if you don't develop this habit right now, it's gonna be a struggle. And with all the volume that we do in sales and the different companies that we run and all the agents that we help, even your intermediate level agents, they struggle with it. They hit this cap, they struggle, they start doing less business, they come in here for help. The number 1 place we go back to, guys, all the time, is just being brilliant at the basics and being fundamentally sound. So this is one of those basics that you wanna grasp and be disciplined with right away. Make sure that happens, build that habit, no excuses on that one.
All right, next up, guys, get good at having conversations. Everything in real estate is relationships. Everything in relationships is conversations. So that was one skill that I greatly had to improve with myself, was getting good at having conversations with not only people that I didn't know, with strangers, but also people that I did know. Just getting better at articulation, getting better at giving a genuine response when someone asks how your day is going, not just saying, great, and leaving it, but man, this is something that I'll let him talk to because I learned it all from him.
Just having intention when you guys speak, right? So if I'm going to the gym in the morning, so for example, my first year in real estate, I did 34 personal deals while also growing a team to top 1% in the world in production. And those deals were all coming from my sphere, like my immediate surrounding, right? And it was a lot of it contributed to 7 deals from my gym. I had a handful of deals from my daughter's school, and that was just guided conversations and being intentional, as in, if I'm at the gym in the morning working out, instead of drinking my pre-workout on the way to the gym and then I'm already ready to go while I'm there and no one better bother me, I'm putting my headphones on and I'm working out, I would drink my pre-workout at the gym, I would stretch out, I'd use the sauna. And I'd have conversations, and when people asked me how my day was, I wasn't like, oh, I'm just trying to get big like you, bro. No, bro, I'm trying to get big like you. Oh, living the dream. No, man, if somebody asked me how my day was, I told them about my day. I also asked them about their day. I also would ask them, hey, what do you do for work? Hey, you're in the gym at 9 a.m. like me. What kind of job do you have that lets you work out at 9 a.m. in the morning? Like, hey, I'm in real estate. What are you in? The power behind conversations like this, or like at my daughter's school, right? So in the afternoon when I'm picking up my daughter every day, same type of conversations. Now, this could seem weird, or like, hey, how do I even spark that conversation? Well, this is what we call, a lot of people call it sphere. I call it like your outbound, whatever you want to call it. The bottom line is these are environments where you're seeing people on a consistent basis. Eli's working out at the gym and I see him 4 to 5 times a week. Me saying hi, me asking what he does for a living and having that mutual conversation like, oh, cool, you're a contractor. What do you do? Man, I'm in real estate. I'd love to pick your brain sometime. All of that turned into 7 deals from the gym alone my first year. But they're comfortable conversations because it's with people that you see on a regular basis, just like my daughter's school or a coffee shop or whatever it may be. The second thing I did that was really well with that is anyone I knew in person, I was getting them on my social media. Okay, that way I didn't have to beat the real estate drum every day I'm at the gym asking them if they're looking to buy or sell. They can just know Will, right? Have a great time with me. I can spot them. They can work out. We can have that great environment. But if I'm getting them on my Facebook and my Instagram, then they can see the work I'm doing every day. And then that can be the reminder that I'm in real estate. And believe it or not, people would message, people would comment. That's where those deals came from. And then vice versa, guys. Folks that you know on your social media that like your videos, like your posts, go like their stuff. People that are commenting, hey, reply to every one of those comments. Go send them DMs. Hey, thanks for the support. Appreciate your support on all of this stuff and what I'm doing. And like, man, I'd love to grab coffee with you sometime. And it's got 0 to do with real estate. It's got everything to do with relationships, but just understanding when you get them on your platform and you make them matter, just like you feel like you matter, conversion comes. They know you're in real estate. They see it, but you don't have to shove it down their throat all the time. What you've got to do is develop those real estate relationships, or not even just real estate relationships, but relationships in general. We are going to teach more on this specifically, but understanding that concept of getting people on your socials in person, getting people that you see all the time in person on your social, it really allows you to not only see not only allow people to see what you're doing, but the right people. Because guys, you don't need 10,000 likes to convert a sale. You just need the right people in your environments, the right people around you, watching your content that converts to that transaction, right? So food for thought.
And that is a great point, guys, because again, like I said before, this is something that I personally had to nurture out of myself. I'm not naturally a very outgoing person, so I really had to put some contingencies in place. Like for example, when I was at the gym, I made a rule for myself that, hey, when you're in the locker room, take your headphones off. If someone is in your proximity, at least ask them how their workout went.
Unless they're naked.
Unless they're naked.
There is no like, hey,
wait
who's
till-
looking at you, kid? If some dude's out there being a pirate
100%.
on the bench, it ain't happening, right? Just be careful what you wish for and are trying to solicit from people, right?
Stay away from the pirates. But if having those conversations is something that isn't supernatural for you, just put some guidelines in place that, hey, when someone hands me my coffee, I'm going to ask them this. When I'm in the locker room, I'm going to ask them this.
Yep.
And then as long as you just follow that playbook, you'd be surprised how much better you get at just having good organic conversations. And again, it doesn't always have to be about real estate.
Correct. And that leads us to our last thing, guys, and that's the people that you're around. So whether it's EXP where we're at right now and having a great time or anywhere else that we've been, everything that we've ever done as far as being successful, it's putting yourself around the right people that are prepared and not only successful at what you're trying to do, but they're prepared to help lead you. And they win how you want to win. So if you're big on social media or you want to be big on social media or through video and content, if you want to expand the best that you can, like you've got to find people that have found success in the ways that you want to find success. If you're finding old school cats that do something a certain way, nothing against that worked for them, right? But that if that's not how the times are now, and if that's not how you want to go about your business, then anything they're teaching you, there's nothing you're going to gain from that. So regardless, right, like you've got to find the right people to surround yourself with and understand that everything we're talking to today on this video, it's ever evolving, it's constant, it's mentorship, it's leadership, it's direction, it's consistency with your behaviors, and it evolves and you learn over time. It's not that you can take this video, take these 3 or 4 or 5 things, go out and implement, and you're gonna be a rock star. It's constantly like massaging this mold, ever evolving, but it takes consistent people around you. So if that's something that you guys are interested in, obviously connect with us, connect with somebody wherever you feel is best fit for you, but we would love to connect with you guys and help you build your brand and your business just as much as we love making these videos, helping you guys out.
To start off with that, there is a link in the description box below where we have a private Facebook group for legit agents. We're in there, we're doing live training every single week, guys, so definitely don't miss out. If there's anything you need, we're here for you.
It's a real group. It's not spam. You've got to be approved to even get in there. These are real realtors, real folks building their business. If we can help, let's do it. Otherwise, you guys enjoy your week. We will see you on the next video.
See you guys.